All right, so get this. I was listening to this travel podcast, and
Okay.
and it totally like sparked this wanderlust in me
Oh, yeah?
for Vietnam. We're gonna deep dive into this 10-day itinerary they had, and
Cool.
I think you're really gonna dig this.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, they packed in so much stuff, like bustling city streets, serene beaches, even historical landmarks.
Oh, wow. So it's like a little bit of everything.
Exactly. Like you get to experience all these different sides of Vietnam.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So first up, Hanoi. 3 days in this crazy city exploring the Old Quarter.
The old quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this maze of narrow alleys and streets. Tons of street food vendors.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the pho and the banh mi sandwiches.
Yes, exactly. You've
Ah.
got to try those.
Oh, absolutely. Put that on the list.
Definitely. And to get this, after all the city chaos, we head to Ha Long Bay.
Ha Long Bay.
Yeah, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Wow, UNESCO.
I know, right? It's like a big deal.
It is. Like, what's so
Yeah.
special about it?
So picture this. You're cruising through this emerald green water, and you're surrounded by thousands of these huge limestone karsts.
Wait, karsts. What are those?
They're basically these giant rock formations that just straight out of the water, covered in jungle. It's surreal.
Wow. That sounds like something out of Avatar.
It's holding this. Okay, so the day 4 Hugh, we're talking ancient temples, palaces, the whole 9 yards.
Hold on, Hugh. That rings a bell. Wasn't that like an important city?
You got it. It was the imperial capital for a long time.
For real. What dynasty ruled there?
The Ningoing dynasty,
Sure.
they were in power for over a century, starting in the early 1800s.
So, like, pretty recent history-wise.
Yeah. And their legacy is everywhere in Hue. Like the architecture of the imperial city is insane. And they even have traditional court music that's still performed today.
No way. That's amazing.
I know, right? It's like stepping back in time. Okay, and then we go from the imperial capital to this charming little town called Hoi An.
Hoi An.
Yeah, and it's not just about pretty lanterns, though. Those are awesome.
Okay, so what else is there?
So because it was a major trading port, it's got this really cool blend of cultures.
Oh, interesting. Like how
And you can see it in the architecture.
Yeah.
You've got Vietnamese tube houses next to Chinese shop houses and even French colonial buildings.
Wow. A real mix.
And the food is insane. Like imagine Vietnamese spring rolls with Chinese five spice or banh mi with French
Oh,
baguettes.
heaven.
Seriously. Okay, and then we switch gears completely. Da Nang and Ho Chi Minh City.
No, those are some big cities.
Yeah, Da Nang has that crazy golden bridge.
Oh, yeah? The one with the giant hands holding it up?
Exactly. And then Ho Chi Minh City. That's where things get wild.
Wild. How
The nightlife. Apparently, Bouvian Street is insane.
Okay, that sounds fun. But maybe we should squeeze in some history, too.
For sure. The War Remnants Museum is a must-see.
Oh, definitely. Got to learn about the Vietnam War.
And then to wrap up the trip, we head to the Mekong Delta and Phu Quoc Island.
Okay, so from the city to the countryside.
Yep. Mekong Delta is all about floating markets and lush scenery. Then Phu Quoc, pure relaxation on pristine beaches.
So, like the opposite of Ho Chi Minh City.
Totally.
You know, I read that the Mekong Delta has the world's largest floating market.
Really?
Yeah, Kai Rang. It's wild. People live on their boats and sell everything you can imagine.
Wow. That's incredible.
And Phu Quoc is supposed to be like this untouched paradise. Think Bali before it got super touristy.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so after hearing about ancient temples, wild cities, and these peaceful landscapes,
Yeah, that's a lot to take in. I know.
yeah, what part of Vietnamese culture would you want to explore more?
That's a good question. Maybe the spiritual side or like the history or even just like the stories of the people who live along the Mekong.
Yeah. It makes you want to learn even more about Vietnam.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like this deep dive was just the beginning.
Totally. There's so much more to discover.
Absolutely.
So yeah, keep exploring.
Yeah.
Vietnam's calling.
I can hear it.